Hey, what's up everybody? Today I'm going to show you how to make this cool little spin art that combines a few hobbies: laser cutting, 3D printing, vinyl cutting, and even a little bit of art. So let's get started and I'll go through the steps I use to make this. You'll need two vector files, one for the laser cutter and one for the vinyl cutter. The vinyl cutter will be offset 0.1 inches. That way when we glue the logo on later, it will ensure we don't see any white spots showing. So that's what I'm doing here. I have my file in Adobe Illustrator. I'm going to put some crosshairs on there, which will make it easier to line up perfectly centered on our canvas. I'll show you how to do that here in a second. But this is just me going to make the offset. I already saved the one file as the laser file, and then I'll get rid of the outside offset, and I'll save this file as a vinyl file to send to the vinyl cutter. So this is just me getting my center lines on the canvas. If you're going to do a bunch of these, I would cut out a 12 by 16 piece of cardboard and cut out little center lines in the laser or another method. That way you could just stick it on there, draw your lines, and it'd be quick and over with. But I wasn't in too much of a hurry, so So this is me struggling to weed some vinyl. It's been a while since I've done this. And some wider transfer tape would help me a lot here. All you do is get it off on the transfer tape, and then you'll be able to use your crosshairs to line up on the pencil marks you made on the canvas, and everything will be perfectly centered. So this is my contraption I 3D printed to hold the canvas as it spins. It's just a piece of 20 by 20 aluminum extrusion. I 3D printed some little flanges on the end. Those can slide back and forth with a 5mm bolt and a T-nut inside the extrusion. You slide it out, make sure it's tight, and tighten down the T-nut, and it holds it pretty good. The most important thing is just making it perfectly centered. Do some good measurements when you first do this, because this thing spins at some high speeds and it could get a little wobbly. So, and don't forget, you'll only have to adjust one each time you do this. The one on the left side there stays in the same place, and I just slide the one on the right side back and forth, and then I can get my canvas in and out. And in the middle, it's the same thing. It's a 5mm threaded rod that I cut with a Dremel tool. There's a T-nut in the bottom. Twist that down till it's tight, and then run a nut down that bolt with a lock washer in between. Tighten that up as tight as you can get it, and that should stay in the center. You also want to make sure that it's centered long ways too. So once it's centered, tighten everything down and you're good to go. Alright, now here comes the fun part. I just make sure that the vinyl's on there really good. Take my thumb and just push it down a little bit, and here comes the paint. I haven't really figured out a perfect method or pattern or anything, so I just pour some on, spin it, see what I got, and repeat that process until all the white spaces are gone. Here's everything dry, so I'm going to go ahead and get that vinyl off, and it'll leave just the white canvas. Some people, I mean, I guess you could just glue the wood onto the paint, but I find it sticks better to the canvas to the raw wood. So it's whatever you want to do, but I think it's better this way. I'll get this peeled off, set it aside, and get ready to laser cut the wood. I wasn't sure what pieces of wood I wanted to use yet, so I took a 1/4 inch piece of maple plywood, sanded it down a little bit, I think with 220 grit, and I did the same with a piece of 3mm birch plywood. And I'm going to stain those and see which one I like the best. So here I am putting some clear lacquer, I think satin finish, on both of the plywoods. I really like the way that the maple plywood really popped out. Uh, didn't really do anything to the bass plywood, so I went with the 1/4 inch maple plywood in the end. This is just the first coat, just to get a good thick saturation. Once I cut everything out, then I'll put a spray coat on and make it look nice. Alright, I got everything loaded in the laser, got the laser file ready, and I'm ready to cut. I did 2 passes on this. I just upgraded to a 60-watt tube, so I'm still getting new to the settings for each type of wood. I did 2 passes, I think at 10 milliamps a piece, with 20 psi air pressure, I believe. I put another couple coats of clear lacquer spray on the wood just to get a nice shiny, nice looking finish. Okay, so I'm getting ready to apply the wood letters to the canvas. This is just a little trick. I take a thick piece of wood, put underneath the canvas. That way when I glue the letters on, I have something to push on so the canvas doesn't push away from me. Just adheres better, I think. Here's me. I just used some regular thick super glue, a generous amount, and I'll put that on and let everything dry, and then we'll see the finished product. All right, so there it is. Nice little cool project to put in the man cave. I think it looks great. It really pops out. It's fun to do. So let me know what you think. So if you notice my laser machine, it is a custom built, homemade, designed by me a few years ago. The next project I want to work on this channel is a version 2. I learned a lot from this one. I think I could get the cost to around, I don't know, 900 bucks. The only tools someone would need to build it would be a miter saw, a drill, and really that's about it. So if you'd like to support that, maybe see that on the channel later, I'm going to post a link to my Patreon. Post that, and maybe we'll see you someday. Thank you for watching.